my little PSA announcement. All right, we are now live and on the record for Wednesday morning's civil docket, April 13th, 2022. And I will take quick announcements. Ms. Ortiz, what do you have this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Augel Smith Hutchins. This is cause number F1133229. And I see Ms. Alvarado also on the screen. And basically, we just have a quick announcement. We agreed to pass the hearing for today until further for a further date. And we were operating under a Rule 11 agreement that we filed on April the 5th. So we're just going to continue operating under the same.
Okay, Ms. Alvarado, any additional announcement?
Good morning, Your Honor. Catarina Alvarado for Mr. Hutchins, the respondent. That is correct, Judge. We agreed to pass today, and we will be in contact with your staff to get a new setting for, we have one pending issue that we did not agree to in that Rule 11. So we will just be in contact with your staff for a date.
Okay, yes, just contact us and we'll give you a date. And if it's contested, it'll be on a Wednesday in person, okay?
Okay. Thank you,
Anything
Judge.
else?
Honor. That's all, Your Honor.
Maybe be excused.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Flores, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sorry about that. I've got number 15 on the court civil docket. That is F607519-9.
Okay, in the matter of the marriage of the Beckwiths?
Yes, ma'am. I don't see David Castle is opposing counsel.
Yes, sir.
I don't see him on the feed, but we've got mediation scheduled for next Friday, the 22nd.
Okay.
Now both sides did agree. Almost all the information has finally been exchanged. The only thing lacking is the sworn inventories. We reached an agreement that those will be exchanged this Monday.
Okay, perfect.
This coming Monday, and then with mediation on Friday.
Okay, so how much time after do you want? Do you want another status? I don't want to set you for final. Are you mediating for final or for temp orders?
For final, Your Honor, and we've already got a trial date for December. Right. And so I've actually prepared a scheduling order and I'm sending it to Mr. Castro for signature. Okay. But maybe we can have a 30-day that way we resolve it. It may take some time. It is a substantial estate to prepare the decree. So maybe a status in 30 days.
Okay, that's fine. Let me see what I have. Ms. Rivera, do we still have room on May 23rd at 9:30?
Yes, Judge, we do.
Okay, then we'll come back on May 23rd at 9:30 and see how you all are.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too. Mr. Efthimiou?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm on number 9, F0403229. It's a simple name change.
Okay, I'm sorry, what number?
Number 9 on your civil docket.
Oh, okay, F0403-22-9. And who is your client?
Blanca Vanessa Cardenas. She should be on there.
Okay, Blanca Vanessa Cardenas, are you present? Blanca Vanessa Cardenas, are you present? I only have one screen. Do you see her on here? I don't see anybody by that name.
Under Vanny's iPhone. But Ms. Cardenas, can you push the button that's a little microphone there?
Yes, I am muted. I'm sorry. I'm here.
Okay, go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Lower your hand. Go ahead, sir.
Your name is Blanca Vanessa Cardenas, is that correct?
Is Blanca Vanessa Cardenas.
With an E. All right. And you live here in Hidalgo County, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And you're asking for a name change to Vanessa Cardenas, Vanessa Cardenas, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
So basically you're taking out your first name, Blanca?
Yes.
And the reason for that, what is the reason for that?
Because I've been called Vanessa since I was little, and I also wanted to correct Vanessa.
All right. And you're not doing this because you're trying to avoid any creditors or anything like that?
No.
And you have no criminal record, anything above a Class C, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
That's all, Your Honor.
Okay, so how do you want your name spelled again, ma'am?
Vanessa, Vanessa Cárdenas.
Okay, so then it's just because that's what you're commonly known as, is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, Mr. Efthimio, do you have her fingerprints on file and her criminal history record on file?
Yes, Your Honor, we already filed all that.
All right. Okay, then the court is taking judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file and is granting your name change, ma'am, to Vanessa Cárdenas.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, do you have an order on file?
I'll submit it by this afternoon.
All right. Okay, we'll look for it then.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Sabo, what do you have, sir?
Judge, I've got number 7 on your civil docket.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting some feedback from some. Oh, okay, she just logged off. All right, CL 21-2603-I, Amy Gomez versus Gutberto, Cutberto Rangel.
That's it.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nick Moore here for the plaintiff, Amy Gomez.
Okay, and what are the announcements, gentlemen?
It's their motion to compel mediation, and I have no problem with mediating, just not right now. I mean, we don't have a trial setting. We haven't taken depositions. We'll mediate in due time, I think.
Okay,
But-
Mr. Moore?
Your Honor, this case has been on file since July of last year, and we reached out December of last year to try to see if opposing counsel will be agreeing to deposition date, mediation. We didn't get a response, so on January 26th, we followed up. On that date, Mr. Sabo stated he wasn't ready for depots and mediation, so we've been awaiting, what discovery is necessary so we can get this moving along. We haven't had any response. We sent a follow-up on March 3rd on that date, seeing if opposing counsel is ready to proceed with depositions and mediation without any clarity or information as to what discovery is holding up the scheduling of depositions and mediation, Your Honor. So if the court is willing, I'd be requesting that maybe we get a order granting mediation in a certain time frame from today. I don't know if it's the 60, 90 days, if that's 90 days is something that would be able to work with opposing counsel.
Judge, I don't have time for doing all that on this case. I've got 200 other cases that are requiring my attention. We've got 10 mediations set, 20 sometimes every month. And this one is not old enough and does not warrant being put in the front of the line. It's a car crash. There's no reason this needs to be moved up in the line and special attention paid to this case other than just being in line with every other case and get mediated and depositions taken in due time.
So have you all initiated the discovery process? Mr. Moore, have you sent discovery?
There's been written discovery exchange, Your Honor, but that's it.
Okay, and have you all exchanged discovery, or it's only been one-sided?
No, we've exchanged discovery.
Okay, so then depositions are going to be what's next?
Right.
Okay.
I'm looking at
But
July.
you're not
Number
able
8.
to schedule any because of your schedule until maybe July is what you're saying?
At the earliest. And there are numerous cases as old as this one that warrant exactly the same attention as this one. I mean, this case, we're looking at, setting this for trial sometime next year. So I don't know what the rush is to do all this stuff. It's in line, just like every other case, and we'll get the attention it deserves and not anything special, which is what they apparently are seeking. They asked to set mediations and gave me a list of cases. We selected one and set it for mediation at the beginning of June. I can only do so many things, and this case doesn't warrant getting put in the front of the line.
Well, I think since you know how it is with the plaintiffs, of course, Mr. Moore and his firm have a duty to go ahead and push the case through. So, but look, mediation is going to occur at some point because I won't hear any either dispositive motions, or you won't come to trial unless you go to mediation. So you will go to mediation. Now, I can't tell either one of you what to do with your case, except to, of course, keep pushing through, because I'm not going to leave it on my docket forever. But yeah, jury trials will not be convening for our court probably until next year. And there's much older cases that'll be in the fall. You will mediate, Mr. Moore, don't worry about that. But as far as whether it's ripe for mediation right now, it doesn't sound like it is. And I understand that you're trying to push it through because you have a plaintiff that wants to get this going. And that's what happens. Each side will have a different position. Plaintiffs are going to want to push it through. Defendants usually have another perspective. But look, I'm not going to tell you all to jump it up or whatever. You will mediate. I won't order it at this time, because if I tell you all to mediate within 120 days and you're not ready to mediate within 120 days because everything hasn't been worked up for that mediation, then you're going to come back and say, well, we already mediated it, so we don't have to mediate it anymore. And I'd rather you go to mediation when when it can be fruitful. you all in private practice have an obligation to go to mediation when it is fruitful and to put your best foot forward. So look, I'm going to let you all continue to work up the case. If you want to pressure for depositions, I'm not going to tell you all what to do. And Mr. Sabo, I'm not going to tell you how to handle your cases, what comes first, what doesn't come. Of course, that's going to be, that's your decision. So, but you will mediate at some point. And the last thing I would think you all would want is to force defense to go to mediation and say, well, we can't even give them an offer because I haven't taken this, I haven't done this, I haven't done that, but I'm here because the judge made me be here. That's pretty much, and I'm not going to do that because I think it's not beneficial for either of your clients for me to force you all to do that at this time. Had you all done depositions, had you all already been in a position where you can make an informed decision, then that's different. But look, right now I'll hold over your motion to mediate, but I'm not gonna force y'all to go at this point. Just continue to work up your case the way you both see fit. Now, if you need to file other motions because whatever reason you feel, we're here to listen to them. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, gentlemen?
That's all I've got.
Okay.
Nothing
Y'all have
for
a
me,
great
Your Honor.
day.
Thanks, you
Thank
too.
you, Judge. You too.
Okay, Mr. Gutierrez, can you hear me?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You're number 11?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. CL 180260-I, Cons Appliance versus Javier Solis Jr. Javier Solis, are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, great. Okay. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor. We are requesting a trial setting at least 60 days out on this matter.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Solis?
My understanding from the notes is that there was communication, but there wasn't anything fruitful that came from it. So that's why we're requesting the bench trial.
Okay, Mr. Solis, have you had an opportunity to try to work out a payment arrangement with them?
No, Judge, not with this gentleman right here, Ben Gutierrez. I talked to McLaughlin last time, and I sent him emails, and he never replied to any of those. And then this is not the first time that I've replied, and I've never heard anything back or anything. And so also, like, I don't know what that means with the 60 days. I think I told you last time, Judge, I'm in Germany, so I can't, I don't know. Everything over here is changing every other day, or every other week too, where like we can't leave and come back in sometimes. And at this point, I can't afford to leave and not be able to come back in and not take care of my newborn baby over here.
No, I'm not going to force you to come over here for
Okay.
a debt collection case. So what is your, what's the amount that's owed, Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, Your Honor. My apologies. It is $5,193.50, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, first of all, I mean, Mr. Solis should receive some credit for at least still staying in contact, being that he's in Germany and he didn't choose to just ignore his debt. So, look, is there a phone number that maybe perhaps he can contact so that he can make arrangements with them directly instead of trying to make arrangements with Robert or with you?
Yes, Your Honor. So lead counsel on this, or I don't know if it's lead counsel, but the counsel that generally handles the intake like that is Megan Hale.
Okay.
And I have both her contact, email, and phone number.
Okay, Mr. Solis, do you have something to write with?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Gutierrez.
All right. So the Ms. Hale's email address is M and then HALE. So M Hale.
Okay. Yes.
At RSIEH.com. So that's RSIEH.com.
Okay. So I guess I just emailed the Miss Hale.
Yes.
And then where's
I also have a phone number. The phone number is area code 262 796 7890.
7890.
And the file number is on the paperwork that for the suit, but it'll still be helpful. So I'll provide the file number. It is 2882 36 and then 6. So 28
82 36 6.
Yes. And so Ms. Hale would be the one most beneficial to speak with on this matter.
Okay, and so is she available at any time, or?
She generally, from what I've seen when I've dealt with Ms. Hale, that she's very responsive via email. Not so much.
That's because I'm 7 hours ahead of Texas time, so
I would
like it's already like the end of my day over here. That's why I just want to.
Well, I mean, emails, they look at them whenever they can. So that's probably the most efficient way to communicate with them. So just shoot them an email and see if they respond.
Yes, Judge. And then I guess what happens after this if like nothing gets settled, or I don't know how all this carries on? What happens from here, Judge?
Well, if you come up with a settlement agreement, then you'll all enter into a settlement agreement. You'll start making your payments. And if you default on that, then they're just going to move forward with a collection.
Okay, so basically I just pay back the whatever I owe, and it can be less than what it is then?
I have no idea. I'm only here to facilitate the judicial side of this.
All right, no problem, Judge.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nothing else, Your Honor. So at this point in time, there's no future settings.
Yes. No, we're going to do a future setting right now. Hold on. Let me get the date that we'll do a status conference in 30 days. And that'll be on, so I need for you to reach out to them because I already gave you since February and I know it hasn't quite worked out. So anyway, so it's you'll come back on May 23rd at 9:30 a.m.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay.
What was the time at, Judge?
9:30 Central Standard Time.
Oh, quick question. Is there a way I can get like emails forwarded to me? Because this is the second time where I have to call over there because they don't have my email or whatever.
Okay, put your email on the record.
Your Honor, I sent it to him this morning.
So you have an email for this now?
You know what? I'm sorry, Judge. I'm confusing him with Mr. Tristan, who's on as well. I don't
Okay.
have an email for him, Judge. I'm sorry.
Okay. What is your email?
It's J Solis 1330@gmail.com.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Nothing further, Your Honor, from.
Okay. Then, Mr. Gutierrez, if you don't have anything further, then you're excused.
I
And
appreciate
same
it.
for you, Mr. Solis.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All
Thank you.
right.
Good
Y'all
day.
take care. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, Ms. Williamson, what do you have? More settlements?
No, Your Honor, I have number 8 on your docket with Mr. Hinojosa.
All right, F 3025-20-9 in the matter of the marriage of Marcia, Marsha Padilla, Padilla, versus, is it Kenneth with an H or with just a T?
It's with an H.
So Kenneth Dawson, Dawson. All right, what's the announcement?
Judge, again, Avelino Hosa here on behalf of Marcia Padilla. She's on the screen. I don't see her video. I see her name on it, but I don't see her video, and she's muted.
All
But it's
right,
my
Ms.
motion.
Padilla.
I have a
Ms.
motion to
Padilla.
withdraw.
Okay, so Ms. Padilla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so this is on Ms. Hinojosa's motion to withdraw?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
Okay, any objection, Ms. Williamson?
No, Your Honor, and Mr. Kenneth Dawson is also on the screen. And as a matter of fact, Your Honor, after Mr. Hinojosa filed his motion to withdraw, I too filed a motion to withdraw. It has not been said, but maybe for court to not waste any more of the court's time, if mine can be granted at the same time, Mr. Dawson is on the screen.
Okay, I'm assuming then neither one of you have an objection to your motions to withdraw then.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay,
Correct.
all right. So Ms. Padilla, will you be obtaining new counsel?
No.
Okay, will you be representing yourself then?
Yes.
Or are you all reconciling?
No, reconcile.
Okay, Mr. Dawson, are you going to be representing yourself or will you be getting new counsel?
I will not be getting new counsel, Your Honor. In fact, Ms. Padilla and I have already filed a agreed final decree into the court. We were wondering if it would spare the court's time if we can just get that signed.
Okay. Oh, now I can see why your attorneys are withdrawing. All right. Okay. Well, I'll grant Mr. Hinojosa's motion to withdraw and I grant Ms. Williamson's motion to withdraw. So both of you are now released from this case and also with any obligation that you have. So if you want to stay on, you can. And if you don't have any further business, you're excused.
Judge, I do have one other issue. There's a companion case to this divorce. We filed a protective order on P0283-20-10 on behalf of Ms. Padilla. I'm going to ask Ms. Padilla at this time if she is giving me permission to non-suit that protective order application.
Ms. Padilla, are you withdrawing your protective order application on that case?
Yes.
Okay. So then on the record, you're stating Mr. Hinojosa can file a non-suit. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Now, where is it? When did you all file a proposed okay. Here we go. So on March 30th, you all filed a final decree of divorce.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And Judge,
Yeah.
I have to basically, Judge, I have to say, I have not seen that. I've never seen the document. So I'm right now logging out of this case since the court has already granted my motion to withdraw.
Okay, Ms.
Your Honor,
Williamson? same
I have the
announcement?
same announcement, yes.
All right, y'all are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, let me go ahead and look at your final decree of divorce.
Your Honor, we also filed affidavit along with finalized decree that basically addresses all the issues that we do agree on. If there's any other questions for the court.
No, affidavits for prove up, I do not accept when there's children. So you will have to still prove it up on the record. What I'm looking at and that you don't have is your visitation schedule on here.
It is on the affidavit.
Okay, but your affidavit for prove up is not part of your divorce decree, is what I'm saying.
And
affidavit of prove ups are only accepted in so that you do not have to prove up the decree on the record. So they're not going to be part of the divorce decree. You have to attach whatever agreement you have as to visitation, it has to be attached as an exhibit and incorporated thereby by reference so that it is part of the divorce decree.
So I can't have to file the exhibit.
Exactly. And then you'll have to file an order resetting hearing and then I'll divorce you all.
Okay, we did file an order set hearing already.
Yes.
That hasn't been reviewed.
Signed? Okay.
Right, correct.
All right, then I'll ask for that order that they filed. Let me see. There's a file stamped order for March 30th, but it was returned on April the 1st. We'll request that and we'll get you reset. And then we'll go ahead and we'll prove it up at that time, but you will have to refile your divorce decree with an attached exhibit of how you're doing your visitation schedule. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, if nothing further, y'all are excused.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a blessed day.
Well, you know what? I do need your email addresses on the record, please. Ms. Padilla, what's your email address?
It's going to be Bright, BRITE, orange 13 at yahoo.com.
Okay, Mr. Dawson?
Your Honor, my email address is Kenneth, KENNETH Dawson, DAWSON, the number 8 at hotmail.com.
Okay. All right.
Judge Amy?
Yes, go ahead.
Judge, there is a DCC that was sent, and it was sent with the attorneys that just withdrew. Just for purposes of the court, Judge, can we delete or remove that DCC since we'll be setting it for a final hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, I hadn't seen Ms. If nothing further, y'all are excused. Ms. Canales, I apologize. I hadn't seen your message.
Oh, that's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's on F3814-21-9. That's number 3 on the court's docket. I have that set for 11 a.m.
Oh, okay, Your Honor. Well, I'm going to be called in a little bit. I should be done by that time. But if I'm not, I'll log on as soon as I'm done.
All right, not a problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Leandro, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. Number 6 on your docket.
CL 21-1222-I Juan Duran Salcedo versus Jose Parra, P-A-R-R-A, Acero, A-C-E-R, et al.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Eddie.
This is a motion for substitution of counsel. It was filed, it's an agreed motion, it's unopposed. Is filed by Michael Guerra of Lisa Chastain and Associates. And basically, I will be substituting in as defense counsel for the Parra defendants.
And for the record, Your Honor, Bill Garza on behalf of defendant Salcedo, and I'm unopposed to the motion.
All right.
Andres Lopez on behalf of the plaintiff Armijo, we're also not opposed to the motion, not opposed at all.
Okay. Who's your client, Mr. Lopez?
Maria Armijo.
I don't have that as a defense. Are you sure that's on CL 21-1222-I?
Judge,
yes, Your Honor.
There was 2 lawsuits, they were consolidated, so.
Oh, okay.
The one that Mr. Lopez is on was had a different cause number, but I think it's been consolidated.
Okay, got it. We confused each other, Mr. Lopez, then.
No problem.
All right, okay, being no opposition, then the court is granting Mr. Leandro's motion for substitution of counsel. Do you have an order on file, sir?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I'll go ahead.
Judge, in reference to the consolidated case, which is CL 212408F, it has not been consolidated, or it's still under the county court at law number 6, just to give a heads up.
Okay.
No, I believe there was an order of consolidation.
There was, I believe, that's correct.
Okay, so the order of consolidation just hasn't been made.
I'll get with the clerks, Judge. It's not reflect. It was filed, but I don't see that it was signed. But I'll get with the clerks. No worries.
Okay. All right. Okay. And so what else is going on with this case, gentlemen? Are we ready are y'all doing discovery? I know Mr. Leandro now has to get acclimated with the case. Where are we going?
Well, actually, we're pretty much settled, Your Honor. I think we're going to be able to resolve this case fairly quickly. We just needed to make sure the consolidation's there, the substitutions are there, and we're going to wrap, at least on our end, we're going to wrap everything up.
Okay, go ahead.
That's correct, Judge. I pretty much have one of these cases settled. I just wasn't the attorney of record yet. The other one, we might need to move forward, but I think we've already exchanged written discovery, and I think just depositions and mediation will come next. But we're moving it along.
Okay, Mr. Garza, anything else to add?
No, not at all, at least with respect to defendant Salcedo, who is also a plaintiff, and I believe represented by Ray Ortiz, at least my defendant. I think we're close to hopefully getting it resolved as well.
Okay, so then do you all think when would be a fruitful status date? In 60, 90?
I think 60 days should be good.
Okay. Let me see.
Maybe even 45 days, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna check. Ms. Rivera, let me see real quick.
Well, Judge,
go ahead.
I don't see Mr. Ortiz on the screen or in this hearing today, so I'm not sure.
What we'll do is June 27th for a status hearing.
Okay.
And that way we make sure that everybody's on. And you all can, maybe by then you'll even have a settlement.
But the substitution
status hearing will be Zoom or in person?
No, that'll be via Zoom because it'll be a quick announcement. That's going to be on my Monday Zoom docket. Okay. Unless y'all want it in person, I can move you to Wednesday.
I think Zoom is fine.
Me too. For these. Okay, yeah. Who was going to say what?
No, I was wondering if the substitution is granted for Mr.
Yes,
Lando?
I granted it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I granted it.
And Ms. Rivera, just for the court's convenience, the order on the substitution looks like it was a notice that was dated September 28th of 2021. Not substitution, but consolidation.
It was a notice. Okay, that probably is the issue, but it's okay, not a problem. I'll make a note of it. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. If nothing further, gentlemen, then we'll see you on this case back here on June 27th at 9:30 via Zoom.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Dio, what do you have?
Hi, Judge. We have a motion for entry set this morning, and I know the rules, and I should have checked the docket, and of course.
Okay, I'm removing you. Let me remove you. No, I'm just joking.
I'm watching everything else go on and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I know, and that's because today's not novella day. So, okay, let me see. Chap's been very entertained this morning, right, Chap? All right. What's the case number?
Your Honor,
Frank, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry. Victoria Cruz here. I am the associate attorney for Raymond Martinez. We're on the other side. F is in Frank, 2643-1918. Rodriguez.
Yeah, number 5 on the court's docket in the matter of the marriage of Julian Rodriguez versus Abigail Rodriguez.
Yes, Your Honor. This is Ms. Cedillo's setting. There are some clerical issues that we just need to figure out. And then there may be one actual contested issue, which is a geographic restriction. My boss would like to confer with Ms. Cedillo, but I will lay the floor to her for what she prefers to do.
Okay, well, this is a motion for entry, so I'm assuming something was supposed to have been signed or whatever. So let me see, Ms. Cedillo, what do you have?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. We've already proved this case up. I know that Mr. Martinez, I did speak to him this morning, had some additional concerns that I have not had an opportunity to address with my client. They were not part of the original agreement. I can't say if she'll be in agreement or not, Judge. If we can get it resolved, I don't have an issue with including that, but I need to discuss that with her. One, the other issue, Judge, was with regards to, there was a property that was going to be deeded to my client, but a strip of that property, which was going to be the access, was going to be given to him, Judge, and there was going to be a new survey that was done to get those appropriate legal descriptions on the decree. That was the announcement at the last setting. My understanding is that has since been done, and I will be receiving an updated decree with the appropriate descriptions, just so we can finalize this case. I have not. I know Mr. Martinez believes it was sent to me, but I don't show that I received it, Judge. Either way, my understanding is that it's on its way. So we could just have a short setting, Judge. I think we can resolve and get the court a signed order.
Okay, so that's fine. I'll give you the opportunity to confer about that. But just so you know, and you can relay the message I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, ma'am, for Mr. Martinez's. You said Victoria?
Victoria Cruz, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so anything that was already proved up has to be in, it needs to be in that decree, right? Anything additional, you all can discuss it so that it can get put on in the decree, and I'll give you all an opportunity to discuss that out of a professional courtesy to one another, okay? So how much is short? How much time is short?
If Victoria can answer that from Mr. Martinez, I don't know how soon I can get that decree, Judge.
I'm double checking your email, Ms. Cedillo, Cedillo @attycedillo.com.
Yes, that's correct.
Sorry, I think in both.
In Spanish, yeah.
Okay, and I'll make sure to get that out to you in the next 5 minutes. I don't know why it's not going through, but do you have our cell phone number?
I have Mr. Martinez's cell phone number, yes.
Okay, if you don't get it in 5 minutes, can you text him? Because we will send it again.
Yes, I will be sure to harass him on that.
Okay, so then, all right, so then do you want 2 weeks?
2 weeks, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what we
Both
can do.
parties are eager beaver to get it done.
That was my experience when I would represent in a divorce. So I can understand that. Let me see, Mr. Fandon, can you please take off your cap? All right, hold on. Okay, let's see what I can do for.
For 2 weeks, Judge, we have the 25th available, or May the 2nd, Your Honor.
May the 2nd is what I was going with at 9:30.
May 2nd at 9:30. Ms. Cedillo says that she didn't get the actual decree. Can we double send?
Judge, and that's a Zoom document, correct?
Yes, Monday is our Zoom docket.
Okay.
Unless you have a contested hearing, it changes or whatever, let us know and we'll set you to a Wednesday.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have you no further business?
Contested is in person, I apologize.
Any contested hearings in this court will be in person for civil on Wednesdays.
Understood.
Anything uncontested or quick announcements, I'll still accept them on Mondays via Zoom.
Understood. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right.
The client is on screen. She is a Spanish speaker, Your Honor. I should have probably started.
All right, that's fine. Ms.
No.
Castañeda, can you please let Ms. Abigail Rodriguez know that her attorney will contact her. She will return on May the 2nd at 9:30 via Zoom, and she is excused.
Señora Rodríguez, su abogada se va a contactar con usted. La próxima corte es el día 2 de mayo a las 9:30 por Zoom. y ya se puede retirar.
Okay, gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a wonderful day.
Ms. Cedillo,
Gracias.
we just resent it right now. You should have gotten a pink.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay, is Mr. Julian Rodriguez present?
Sí,
No.
ma'am, aquí estoy. Bueno, sí.
Okay, so Ms. Castañeda, please ask him if he understood to return on May the 2nd at 9:30.
Señor Rodríguez, ¿sí entendió que la próxima corte va a ser el día 2 de mayo a las 9:30?
Sí, sí, entendido.
Yes, understood.
Ahorita le habla Mónica, señor Rodríguez.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Okay, igualmente.
Okay,
un buen día.
So nice to meet you, Ms. Cruz.
Igualmente. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Cedillo, we'll see y'all soon. Okay, y'all take care. All right. Okay, Ms. Max Vasquez, what do you have this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. I just noticed I have 10%. I was trying to scramble for my charges. Yes, we're just here to retain on the docket, and that's going to be CL 194848.
Okay, that's number 14 on the court's docket. Unifund CCR versus Rafael Fondon. Mr. Fondon is present. Mr. Fondon, are you English speaking or Spanish speaking? ¿Habla inglés o español? Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please, I think his lips said Spanish. Well, he said Espanol, I think if I'm a pretty good lip reader. So that's note to yourselves, don't mouth anything to me on camera. And go ahead, can you please ask him to unmute himself?
Señor Fondón, por favor, aprende el micrófono.
Okay. Yes. Ahí está bien.
That's fine.
Yes. Okay, so Ms. Max Vasquez, have you all had any communication with him to try to work it out?
Yes, Your Honor, we already have a settlement agreement proposed in place. We're just asking for more time to get the respondents in time to either come up with the payment plan amount or so we can file the actual documents, get the agreement together.
So in this case, because so then you'll require an additional status hearing?
Yes, if we can get 60 days would be ideal, but 30 is fine also.
I can give you 60 days.
Okay.
Let me see. It'll actually be on June 27th. Ms. Castaneda, can you please let him know to stay in contact with them so that they can finalize the settlement agreement, and then he'll come back via Zoom on June 27th at 9:30.
Señor Rendón, a Fondón, por favor, se mantiene en contacto con los abogados para terminar los documentos, y la próxima corte será el día 27 de junio a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok, una pregunta, la carta que iba a firmar, ya la mandó a pedir de otra vez y no me ha llegado ni una carta para que me mandaron que iba a firmar.
They said that they told me I was going to receive a letter to sign, and I haven't received anything.
Ms. Max Vasquez, I don't know if you heard that.
I did hear, I'm sorry, I'm on the other Zoom. Getting ready to start. I'm so sorry. I heard June 27th at 9:30 by Zoom.
Yes, but he's saying that he was told that he was going to receive some correspondence.
Oh, okay.
And that he hasn't received it.
I will put that in the report so they can get it out to him. Has his address or anything changed?
Ms. Castaneda, can you please ask Mr. Fondón if his address or email or phone number have changed?
Señor Fondón, ¿ha cambiado de dirección, número de teléfono o correo electrónico?
No, todo está bien, no ha cambiado nada.
I haven't changed anything.
Okay, let him know that they're going to put it in the notes, and so they should be sending it to him soon.
Okay, lo van a anotar y se los van a mandar pronto.
Ok, gracias.
Yes,
thank you.
All right, anything else, ma'am?
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Castaneda, please let him know about June 27th at 9:30 again via Zoom, and then he's excused.
Okay, la próxima corte, Mr. Fondón, será el 27 de junio a las 9:30 de la mañana por Zoom, y ya se puede retirar.
Ok, muchas gracias. Que tengan un buen día.
Have a nice day.
Igualmente.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Mr. Sanchez, what do you have?
Good morning. Yes, Your Honor. F-0191 with Pete Espinosa.
Okay, and that is in the matter of the marriage of David Guerrero
Correct,
and
Judge.
Ana Silvia. Ana's A-N-A, Silvia, S-Y-L-V-I-A Rodriguez.
Yes, that's my client, Your Honor. And I see her there as Samsung SM. I saw her image a while ago and now.
Judge,
Okay.
Judge, good morning. Peter Espinosa for Mr. Guerrero. He's present.
Okay, so are you all ready to put an agreement on the record?
Actually, Your Honor, we thought perhaps, but some things fell apart this morning. Your Honor, I believe Mr. Espinosa wanted to finalize today. This has been an ongoing divorce for quite some time. Social study, mediation, drug testing, etc. But today I don't have an updated balance for Mr. Guerrero's IRA or his current wage information in order to finalize. And I think Mr. Espinosa is going to say, well, he already sent it. We just don't have it. And I know I've looked at my file, nothing scanned. We need that, Your Honor. But I will say this, that I know that we had a social study, Your Honor. It recommended that because of a failed drug test along the way, that visitation be supervised. This was in May of 19. But in August, Your Honor, we said, all right, in good faith, he subsequently tested negative. We agreed, despite what it said, to allow standard visitation, Friday to Sunday, etc. for the code, child support for the numbers. And then Mr. Espinosa's client sought to, despite what we agreed to, which was very confining and limiting, we agreed to it. Now he wants more visitation, extended visitation. And I explained that to my client, the Thursday through Monday morning scenario. She just doesn't agree that particularly the Monday morning, because of the school issue coming back Sunday night. And I thought we had that agreement, but apparently Mr. Espinosa's client doesn't agree. He thinks it should be to Monday morning. So that's the crux of it, Your Honor. I don't know that I can go forward today without having the current wage information anyway, Your Honor. So we would move for a continuance on that basis. We just find it puzzling that we allowed, more visitation on temporary orders, and then he sought to seek the opportunity to get more. So that set my client, stressed my client.
Judge, I'm going to just make this real short. I think we're going to need a contested hearing. But one thing I want to clarify, Mr. Sanchez filed his motion to withdraw in December of 2020, and now he's back arguing for his client. So I'm a little puzzled as to what Mr. Sanchez is doing, if he's going to represent him or not. And if he is, maybe he can withdraw his motion to withdraw.
Well, I already told you this morning, Pete, on the phone that I'm not withdrawing. My client came back and
Judge,
to my office.
Judge, I'm going to ask him to address the court.
Okay, look, so he's not urging a motion to withdraw. What he's urging is an oral motion for continuance. And I understand what you're saying regarding a contested hearing, but I just need to know, so will you all be doing a contested hearing like to the court, or are you going to be filing for a jury trial?
From our perspective, Your Honor, it would be to the court. He and I have not talked about that.
Okay, Mr. Espinosa, do you know?
Well, Judge, we're going to ask, I think my client had asked for a jury, but I'm going to talk to him and see if we can recommend a court.
Okay, because obviously you'll get in quicker if they really want to get a divorce. So the outstanding, okay, look, what I would say, how much time, why don't we go ahead and file a DCC? File an order setting DCC for a bench trial. And it's really just so that your final hearing is set. I just call it a bench trial because technically anything that you're going to try to the court is a bench trial. So, but you all just let us know when you do that DCC, how far out you need it. Okay, now in the meantime, obviously, just discovery rules apply. Just continue exchanging your discovery with one another to update all the information that you'll need. And if you need to go back to the mediator that you all were with at the time, and perhaps to help you wrap it up again, go ahead, obviously. But if not, we'll go ahead and set you up. That's not a problem.
So Judge, just for the record, I believe Mr. Sanchez is staying on board and he's going to withdraw his motion to withdraw. That's what I understand.
Well, he's not going to urge it, is what he was saying. So, I mean, you can't really withdraw it, but I mean, as far as like, he can't go to the clerk and tell him, take it off the filing. So,
Well,
but he's not going to urge it.
Well, I understand, Judge, but this is part of the reason this case is 5 years old. And
Oh,
that
you're
was part of
saying
it.
that communication stopped because
Exactly, yeah.
you thought he was withdrawing? Oh, well, okay.
Well, Your Honor, what he didn't tell the court is the two previous lawyers that he had, when he didn't show up to court 2 or 3 times, when the court was forcing him to take drug tests, Your Honor, he was waiting and not going to court and giving excuses. He finally failed his cocaine drug test, and that took 2 years, Your Honor. So the pointing fingers at my client and my motion is baseless, Your Honor. And, I'd argue to the court that that's not the reason it took 5 years.
Judge, if he has an issue with his client, he just needs to withdraw.
Mr. Espinosa, he's not withdrawing, so we'll just go ahead and move along. So somebody file an order setting a DCC, and then we'll get you all set, and then we'll come back and we'll iron it out. Okay?
And Judge, we do have temporary orders, so we just, we're asking the court to admonish the.
Yes, Your Honor. That's one issue. The Attorney General intervened in the case. They informed me that because the temporary orders are now past 1 year, that the child support order has essentially extinguished. So for 3.5 months, Mr. Espinosa's client has not paid child support. Seems odd that we got that message from the Attorney General.
That is very odd. I would be tempted to ask Judge Lopez Singletary about that, but I don't want to put her on the spot.
Yes, Your Honor. Again, this was an AG issue. So they informed us that since it's been over a year, now I don't know if they informed Mr. Guerrero not to pay. I don't think they would do that, but if the court could admonish him or at least let him know that he needs to continue paying child support.
And Judge, we're also asking for admonishment on visitations because mom's not letting him see the kids.
Okay, so when temporary orders are in place, just so that, are both your clients English speaking?
They are.
Yes.
Okay, so with temporary orders in place, Mr. Guerrero and Ms. Rodriguez, you follow those temporary orders. Now, the Office of the Attorney General should not, in my opinion, have stopped anything after 1 year because temporary orders are always in place until further order of the court, unless they're modified, unless there's a new order that is set. So whatever is ordered in that temporary orders hearing needs to continue. So visitation needs to continue the way it's supposed to. Child support payment should continue the way it's supposed to. If the temporary orders have any temporary division of property, that's going to continue as it's supposed to. So, and if not, then I'm sure there'll be dispositive motions or police reports that are filed, and we're going to get into all of that stuff. So now, if you all really want to get a divorce, then I'm assuming we'll find a resolution to all of this as soon as possible. So let's go ahead and get that order for DCC on file, and we'll get you set, and then we'll get ready to hear it here in person. Okay?
Yeah, Judge, just for the record, I'll tell my client about this visitation issues with the understanding that child support resumes, Your Honor. And
well, it shouldn't have stopped. Hold on, it shouldn't have stopped because there should have been an additional order. I'm surprised it did that. They did that. So if they're going to do something like that, then they need to file an intervention so that I can question them and have some authority over them.
They did intervene, Your Honor, and I thought they were going to be here to discuss retro because there is.
Well, if it doesn't resume, then I assume that you'll be filing some type of enforcement and make sure that they're here.
Yes, Your Honor, I will.
Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Anything else?
No, that's further, Judge.
Okay, so your order for DCC needs to be on file by April 22nd.
And But I know my client had his hand up, but I'm gonna just talk to him directly. I think he was gonna talk about garnishment from his paychecks, and so
Okay,
I'll clarify with
All right.
Mr. Sanchez.
okay, sounds good.
Yeah, let me know about that, Pete. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by garnishment, but call me. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Y'all take care.
All right, you too.
Okay. So, Mr. Flores, only because Ms. Canales was at the doctor's office, I'm gonna go ahead and call your case F3814-21-9 in the interest of a minor child. Was Ms. Savannah Gonzalez coming on?
I don't know, Your Honor. She was informed of the hearing. She represents she's the ad item for the unknown father who was served by publication, Your Honor.
Okay. So, no, Ms. Canales is the ad litem, isn't she?
She's a guardian ad litem.
Okay, and then Ms. Gonzalez was the ad litem for the unknown father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, would you do me a favor and contact her and see if she's going to come on, because Ms. Canales is at the doctor.
I know she's right there in front of her. Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
No,
do
I'm
it.
talking about Ms. Savannah Gonzalez, if she's coming on.
Okay, I'll go ahead and call her, Your Honor.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Juan Tristan, you're here. I don't see anybody here yet on the other side.
Judge, if I may.
Go ahead.
There was an order granting a motion for continuance filed. There was not an order setting hearing, Judge, and it was filed yesterday. It was just sent to us this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, and what did they say?
That they had reached a settlement agreement.
Oh, okay. All right, so Mr. Tristan, I'm gonna call CL 1865556-I, Capital One versus Juan Tristan, Tristan III. So Mr. Tristan, you have reached a settlement agreement with the plaintiff?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and give them an opportunity to get that to you. And we'll go ahead and set this for a status for June the 27th
Your Honor,
at 9:30.
If I may, Your Honor, I already have a copy of the agreement. I already signed and returned it to them as well. So I've already started making payments on it. So I'm just wondering, are we still continuing with the hearings, or what's going on? What's the next step?
Until they file it. They're gonna e-file it. It hasn't been e-filed yet. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and keep you for June 27th at 9:30.
Okay.
If it's e-filed before then it's not necessary to show up.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. You too. Okay, Mr. Flores, did you get a hold of her?
I called her, Your Honor, I called her office and she was in another court, but I told her that the court was waiting for her, so.
Okay, so are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
Okay, let's just wait to see if she gets on, because I do need that testimony on the record as for her part. And let me see if I can, I'm gonna go ahead and move on, but I'll recall you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, all right. Judge Lopez Singletary, what do you have?
Good morning, Judge. How are you? I'm here on behalf of Ms. Perla Canales, Your Honor. That is F130722-9, Judge. We just got service this Monday, Judge. We're asking for an extension to get him served. We need more time, Judge.
Okay, so that's number 2 on the court's docket. And is your client on by any chance?
No, Your Honor. She was at work and was not able to log in, Your Honor. She was having trouble.
Okay, so then originally we signed it on April the 8th. So it would expire on the 22nd, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then we can extend it for 2 more weeks. And we'll go ahead and have you come in on May 4th at 9:30, and that will be in person. Get an order extending it, and I'll go ahead and sign off on it. If for some reason you come up with an agreement before May 4th and you want to be changed to our Zoom docket to prove it up, just let us know and we'll go ahead and accommodate you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. Can I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Okay. So then let me see. JR or Junior, sir? What case are you here on?
Ocupo traductor.
Oh, Ms. Castañeda, can you ask him what case he's on?
¿En qué caso está usted aquí?
Pues sobre un supuesto préstamo que me llegó a mi correo.
For a loan that I got in the mail.
Ask him for his full name, please.
¿Qué es su nombre completo?
Juan Reyes.
Juan Reyes.
Okay, that's on CL 171416-I, number 10 on the court's docket, Crown Asset Management versus Juan Reyes. Is anybody here for Crown Asset Management? Okay. Nobody has appeared on that case. Let him know.
Nadie ha aparecido ahorita para su caso.
Let him, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put that on the drop docket.
So voy a poner su caso en los casos para que se
Es que yo me conecté la vez pasada y es que es una demanda que supuestamente de un préstamo que pedí, pero yo nunca he pedido nada. Están usando mi nombre y mi dirección.
So I was on the last time. It's supposed to be about a loan that I got, but I didn't get it.
Okay, and that's why I'm going to set it on the drop docket because nobody's here to urge the prosecution of it.
Okay, y por eso lo voy a poner en la lista de soltar los expedientes porque nadie ha hecho una apariencia por el otro lado.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me have his email address, please.
¿Qué es su correo electrónico?
Es Frank Reyes 898@gmail.com.
Frank Reyes 898 at gmail.com.
Okay. So he'll be receiving a notice of the date of the drop docket and he can appear at that time.
Okay, so le van a mandar una carta con la fecha de cuando se vaya a quitar el expediente y necesita hacer una apariencia en esa fecha.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias,
Okay.
buen día.
All right. So we're just down to your case.
Yes, Your Honor, I know. So Melissa is the
guardian
of that item. I don't know whether or not she can make a recommendation to this court, but
well, I can take up Ms. Canales's what she's going to put on the record at this time. That's not a problem. But to make it complete, I need Ms. Gonzalez. That way, if Ms. Canales gets called in, we don't have to wait. Ms. Canales, are you able to talk right now?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
I see you in the
yes.
exam room. Okay, let me go
Yes.
ahead and call F3814-21-9 in the interest of a minor child. And Mr. Flores, those are your clients right there. Is that correct?
yes, Your Honor. Susana Garcia and Francisco Cardona.
Okay, and so for purpose of the record, can I please have your announcements, attorneys, as far as who you are, who you represent, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Joe Richard Flores, behalf of the petitioner, Susana Garcia and Francisco Cardona.
No, I'm almost done.
Okay, I have to have somebody else.
I know. Judge, this is not going to take very long. The mammogram's not very long. How long is it?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. I can log on right after, Judge. That way we can give time for Savannah to be here.
Okay, why don't we go
Is
ahead?
that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll do Ms. Garcia and Mr. Cardona. I do need to make sure that I have the other ad litem as well to give, but I do know she's in other courts right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 15-minute break and then we'll come back at 11:30. Okay?
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So in the
Thank you.
meantime, Ms. Rivera, you can reach out to Ms. Gonzalez as well. If I hear her come on sooner, I'll go ahead and let you know. So stay logged in.
Okay.
But, oh, there she is.
Oh, she's on now?
She's on.
Okay,
Mr.
but now-
Cardona,
but we
Ms.
don't have
Garcia. Okay, Ms. Castaneda, we're gonna need the services of an interpreter.
Okay.
Okay. Ms. Gonzalez, can you talk?
Yes, Judge, sorry, I just left one courtroom and I'm walking to the other. Yes, ma'am.
I understand, I know. Let me go ahead and call the case. Ms. Canales is in an exam right now. So a medical exam, but let me go ahead and call it again, F3814-21-9, in the interest of a minor child. Okay, so let me go ahead and swear in your clients, Mr. Flores.
Okay.
Ms. Castañeda, go ahead and tell Ms. Garcia to raise her right hand.
Señora García, ¿puede levantar su mano derecha?
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, she may lower her hand.
Puede bajar su mano.
All right, Mr. Cardona, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may lower your hand. Go ahead, Mr. Flores.
Yes. Mr. Cardona,
Sí.
please state your name and address for the record.
610 West Falcon, Fort Texas.
And you are the father of Susan Cardona, is that right?
Right.
Okay. And she's presently incarcerated, is that correct?
Sí.
Yes.
No, you need to in English, sir.
English.
Unless you prefer Spanish, and I'll have somebody
I
translate.
prefer Spanish, Miss.
Okay. All right, Ms. Castañeda, can you please translate what Mr. Flores' questions? Can you re-ask the question, please?
She is presently incarcerated, is that correct?
Su hija está presente ahorita en la cárcel, ¿correcto?
Sí, es correcto.
Yes, that's correct.
And she is the daughter, she is the mother of Elena Jade Cardona, is that correct?
Y ella es la mamá de Elena Jade Cardona, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And your granddaughter is 5 years of age?
¿Y su nieta tiene 5 años?
Correcto, así es.
Correct, that's right.
And your granddaughter has been with you ever since she was born, is that right?
Y su nieta ha estado con ustedes desde que nació, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And you and your wife have been taking care of your granddaughter ever since she was born.
Y usted y su esposa han estado cuidando de su nieta desde que nació, ¿correcto?
Correcto, así es.
Correct, that's right.
And your daughter Susan has had all kinds of issues in terms of dealing with the police, dealing with assaults towards you, dealing with drugs throughout her life. Is that right?
Y su hija Susana ha estado tratando con la policía, asaltos contra ustedes, con las drogas, ¿correcto?
Correcto, así es.
Correct, that's right.
In fact, she assaulted you some time back, and she was convicted of that assault. Is that right?
Y también ella los asaltó a ustedes y la convictaron por eso.
Sí, así
Yes,
es.
that's correct.
So you've had problems with her ever since she was a teenager.
Y ustedes han tenido problemas con ella desde que era una adolescente.
Sí, así es. Así
Yes,
es.
that's right.
Did she ever take care of her daughter?
¿Ella cuidó a su hija?
Pues la mayoría del tiempo nosotros la hemos cuidado. Sí, sí él la ha mirado. Sí. ¿Perdón?
She has.
Y'all take her to school, y'all feed her, y'all bathe her. I mean, y'all do everything for her. And you
Ustedes la llevan a la escuela, ustedes les dan de comer, ustedes la bañan, ustedes hacen todo por ella, ¿correcto?
Correcto, todo.
Correct. Everything.
You buy her clothes, you do everything for her, and your daughter has not provided anything for her at all. Is that right?
Le compran la ropa, ustedes hacen todo por ella y su hija no ha hecho nada por ella, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
That is correct.
Your daughter is presently in jail for, I believe, she assaulted a police officer, and I believe she's going to be going to trial sometime later this year.
Su hija ahorita está en la cárcel porque agredió un policía.
Sí, correcto.
Yes, correct.
And also, didn't she violate a protective order that you had against her?
Y también ella violó una orden de protección que tenía.
También.
Sí,
Yes.
sí, también.
Also.
She entered entered your home without your permission. That's what happened. That's why she was arrested. Is that right?
Entró en su casa sin permiso, por eso la arrestaron, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And throughout her adult life, she's been using drugs and I think inhalants and also alcohol. Is that right?
Por toda su vida de adulto, ella a través de su vida de adulto, ella ha estado usando drogas.
Sí.
¿Es correcto?
Es correcto.
Yes, that's correct.
Has she ever, did she have a mental problem?
No tiene ella, alguna vez tiene problemas mentales?
Sí.
Yes.
Sí.
Has she been seeing a psychiatrist or psychologist?
¿Ha mirado un psicólogo, un psiquiatra?
Sí.
Sí.
Yes.
Has she been diagnosed with any kind of mental issues?
¿La han diagnosticado con algún cuestiones mentales?
Sí, sí,
Yes.
con mood disorder y con, ¿cómo se llama la otra? Psicosis,
With psychosis,
Ansiedad
de ansiedad y nervios.
anxiety and nerves.
Yeah.
Was she provided any kind of medication to take to alleviate those problems?
¿Y tomaba ella medicamentos para sus condiciones?
Antes sí, cuando tenía, antes de los 18 años. Ya
Ms.
después de los 18 años.
Ms. Garcia, it's Mr. Cardona is answering the question.
Sí, antes de los...
Señor García va a responder, Mr. Cardona va a responder.
Sí. Antes de los 18 años sí estuvo tomando medicamento, pero después ya no quiso tomar y fue cuando ella se puso peor, se puso más mal.
Okay. Before she was
Pero ella-
18, she was, and then after that, she didn't. She got worse.
And do you think she's a fit mother to provide and care for her child?
¿Usted cree que ella es una madre en forma para cuidar a su niña?
No, ahorita, así como está ella con problemas, no creo que ella pueda entenderse bien de su hija.
No, not the way she has her problems right now. I don't think she would be able to take care of her daughter.
Okay. Do you know who the father of the child is?
¿Sabe usted quién es el papá?
No, nunca supimos, no
No, we
sabemos.
never found out.
Did she ever mention to you, give you a name of the father?
¿Nunca les mencionó algún nombre para el papá?
Mencionó un hombre se llama Andrés, pero parece que fueron a hacerle el ADN en la corte y resultó que no era él.
She mentioned a name named Andres, and they did the DNA test, and it was not him.
So are you asking this court to name you and your wife managing conservators of the child because it is in the best interest of the child?
¿Está usted pidiéndole a esta corte que lo nombre conservadores gerentes de la niña?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you asking this court also that your daughter can visit with the child whenever she gets out of jail, but through supervised visits?
¿Está usted pidiéndole también a la corte que cuando salga su hija de la cárcel puede visitar a su hija?
Pues sí, pero queremos que haya supervisión porque ella en veces se pone muy agresiva y nosotros, la verdad, ya tenemos miedo que nos pueda agredir o hacer algo.
Yes, but with supervision, because she gets aggressive and we're afraid.
And you're asking this court that maybe she can visit the child supervised, either by you or your wife, 2 hours every first, third, and fifth weekends of each month, Saturday and Sunday, at a public location.
Y está usted pidiéndole a esta corte que le permitan que tenga visitas supervisadas por ustedes o su esposa por 2 horas cada otro sábado y domingo en un lugar público?
Sí, está bien. Está
Yes,
bien.
that's fine.
And also every Thursday from 6 to 8 at a public location?
Y también cada jueves de 6 a 8 en un lugar público?
Sí, está bien.
Yes,
Está bien.
that's fine.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any questions of Mr. Cardona or Ms. Garcia?
Judge, just to clarify on that one gentleman, please.
Go ahead.
Mr. Garcia, you mentioned a person by the name of Andres. Were you ever advised of any other males who may be the possible father to this child?
Okay, le avisaron del nombre de Andrés, pero no le avisaron, nunca le informaron de algún otro nombre para papá de esta niña.
Pues ella nomás decía que él o que le decían Bones. Es lo único que me dijo ella.
She would only address somebody named Bones, that's how she told us.
Okay, and to the best of your recollection, your daughter was not in a, I guess, long-term or serious dating relationship with anybody that you can identify during the time of possible conception?
Para recordar mejor, ella nunca le dijo o nunca tuvo algo con alguien con una relación larga de que usted se acuerde.
No, es que ella anduvo muy mal.
No,
Aquí
because she was very bad.
Yes, I understand, ma'am. Thank you. Pass the witness, Judge. I have some testimony to proffer if the court will allow me.
Okay, before we move on though, so Ms. Garcia and Mr. Cardona are married.
Yes, Your Honor, there are.
Okay, and they are both the parents of Susana Cardona, is that
Yes,
correct?
Your Honor, they are.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead, Ms. Gonzalez, go ahead.
Judge, just to advise the court, I did review the citation by substituted service. Everything was proper with that citation. It has been on file for the requisite amount of time. Additionally, I did I did check in with the Vital Statistics Registry, and there is no person who has filed an acknowledgement of paternity for this child, Judge. The state does not have any identifiers to indicate that anyone is seeking out this child. At this time, on behalf of the unknown father, Judge, I don't have any reason to object to what's pled before the court today.
Okay, perfect. And have your fees, are they already been discussed and taken care of?
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Then all I'm going to need is just for Ms. Canales to come on, but Ms. Gonzalez, Mr. Flores, do you need anything else of Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes, no, I do not, Your Honor. I want to offer into evidence, though, petitioner's exhibits 1 through 19. Petitioner's exhibit number 1 is a certificate of the paternity certificate from the Bureau of Vital Statistics, which no father was identified, as Ms. Gonzalez was testifying, was saying. Also, all the rest are either police reports and also judgments of her incidences with the authorities here, Your Honor.
Okay, any objections, Ms. Gonzalez?
None on behalf of the unknown father, Judge.
Okay, and then we'll just wait for Ms. Canales, but I'm sure, I doubt she'll have any objections, but. All right, well, Ms. Gonzalez, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you. I've taken, I just needed to know from you if everything had been done properly on behalf of the unknown father. And we will have to still take about a 5-minute break to see if Ms. Canales comes on just to finish up the case. Okay, but you don't have to.
Okay,
stick
Judge, if you
around.
need, perfect. If you need me, Judge, if your staff just wants to shoot me a text, and I'll do my best to log back on. I'm about to start a plea.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Savannah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so Ms. Castaneda, can you please let them know that Ms. Gonzalez has approved everything as per the unknown father, but we just need the for Ms. Canales to log back on.
Okay, la señorita González ya aprobó todo por parte del papá desconocido, nada más necesitamos que venga la señorita Canales a dar su reporte.
So we will be on a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Vamos a estar en un descanso de 5 minutos.
Mr. Cardona and Garcia, please do not log off. Just
She's
stay on.
there. Wow, we've been having some great timing. Sidebar comment there, but she's right there.
Oh, great, great.
Okay, Ms. Canales, we already heard from Ms. Gonzalez. You have perfect timing. It is now You're up to bat. So what can you tell the court, ma'am, as to your recommendation?
Your Honor, forgive me, but I don't have my file with me. But
So-
I do recommend, I don't have the exact names. I mean,
Mr. Cardona and Ms. Garcia, the grandparents?
yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
So I am recommending, Your Honor, based on my meeting with the grandmother and the history of the mother, I am recommending that they have sole managing, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Flores, do you have that in a proposed order?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll go ahead and hopefully do it this afternoon, submit it to the
Okay.
court for approval.
So, Mr. Flores, if you can just put on the record the exhibits that you want admitted, just so that Ms. Canales can have an opportunity to object or not.
Okay. I believe, Ms. Canales, I sent you the exhibits 1 through 19 regarding all the incidences of with the police and also with the courts regarding Susan Garcia. I submitted them to the court yesterday or the day before, and I've already offered them into evidence. Hopefully you have reviewed them.
Yes, and I have no objection.
Okay, then those will be admitted into evidence. All
Your
right.
Honor,
So
one more thing, Your Honor. I asked Melissa as to whether or not how much her fees are, so we can go ahead and pay her.
okay, so she'll go ahead and contact you, Ms. Canales, if you'd like to speak to them directly.
I don't have any fees, Your Honor. I gladly am here to serve.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Yes.
So, Ms. Castañeda, please let Ms. Garcia and Mr. Cardona know that Ms. Canales is here to serve them, and so she is not going to charge them. She's doing this pro bono.
Señora García y Mr. Cardona, la señora Canales está aquí para servirles. Ella no les va a cobrar por sus servicios.
Gracias, muy amable.
Thank you, very kind.
Okay, so the court is taking judicial notice of the documents in the court's file and is ordering that Mr. Cardona and Ms. Garcia have the relief that are requested. On the record, they will be sole managing conservators of the minor child. Mom will have supervised visitation as set forth on the record. And just submit the order and have the ad litem's please sign off on it. And I'll give you, how much time do you need?
I can do it this afternoon, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I'll just put a tickler for April the 22nd.
One more thing, Your Honor, I forgot to mention child support. Mr. Garcia, Mr. Dorn, and Ms. Garcia and Mr. Cardona do not wish any kind of child support. So she's not employed, she's not doing anything. She doesn't have a place to stay. It's just it's a terrible situation for her.
Child support will be set at 0. Is the child on Medicaid right now?
Yes, Your Honor, she is.
Okay, so were the grandparents able to get the Medicaid on her behalf?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe so.
Okay, so then I guess then health insurance will remain in effect as it is right now.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, and they will be the ones having to be responsible for it only because they will be the ones that are sole managing conservators, and they'll need that on the order in order to continue to reapply.
Okay.
So
fine.
just so that you make that notation in the order.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, Ms. Canales, thank you for your service to this court and to the Cardona and Garcia family. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank
All
you.
right. So everybody have a great day. Señor y señora Cardona, les felicito en este momento. Ahora que ustedes van a ser las conservadoras de su nieta, yo sé que ustedes le van a dar una vida muy grande y que Dios les bendiga y que muchas bendiciones vengan arriba de usted y que Diosito los cuide mucho.
Muchas gracias.
Igualmente.
Gracias.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, y'all take care.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
You all
Goodbye.
are excused.
Thank you,
And
Judge.
hopefully everything comes out very well for you, Ms. Canales.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Castañeda, go ahead and let them know that they're excused.
Sí, ya se pueden retirar, señora García y Mr. Cardona.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias, muy amables. Que Dios los bendiga y que pasen buen día a todos.
God bless you and everybody have a nice day.
Igualmente. Okay, so number 12 on the court's docket, CL 184636-I, TD Bank versus Sylvia Silvia Reyes. Did anybody file anything or contact the court?
No contact was made, Judge, and there was no motion for continuance on the status.
Okay, go ahead and set that on the drop docket. Number 13 on the court's file, CL 185021-I, Con Appliances versus Christoph, CHRISTOPHE Vargas. Did anybody call in?
No, Judge, and there was not a motion for continuance filed.
Okay, please set it on the drop docket. And then we have CL 221094-I, Lawrence Michael Archer versus Connie Cobb.
Judge, on this case, there was a notice of filing that it was moved to federal court.
Okay. All right, that concludes this morning's docket. Let me stop the live stream.